I cannot believe it. We are back. It's This Guy's Podcast. I'm Davante Stone, the Stone Pony, along with my friends. We are here today, Nin and Luke, and it is the first podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, guys, can you believe this? It is the first podcast of 2025, and now we're here. It just sounds so weird saying 2025. I mean, can you imagine the poor little kids in grade school having to write that on their paper? 2025. It just sounds crazy. But here we are. We are here. And I am so glad that you have joined us. Now, I do need you to subscribe to This Guy's Podcast. That's really important. I mean, because I need subscribers. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? This Guy's Podcast. And most importantly, wherever you get your podcast. And you can also catch us on Spotify. So subscribe. Tell everybody. All right. So as I was thinking, I said, man, when you get into the month of January, in a brand new year, things to do, right? In the first month of the new year. Are you ready? Number one, change the damn keys to your apartment. Oh God, you got to take those because I'm going to tell you, the whole 12 months you go by, right? People get keys. You know what I'm talking about? Luke, he's got that look on his face. Change the keys to your house or your apartment, ladies and gentlemen. Any feedback on that? I see a look.
How many women do you have in your apartment?
Hey, look, sometimes, after a long night, maybe a long weekend, and you just forget, and you get that one person, and says, I'm going to go out. And I need your keys real quickly. I'll be right back.
So you don't ask for them back?
Yeah, you get them back, but you don't know if somebody else made an extra set of your keys.
Do you have a couple copies of your keys, like just in a bowl, like a swingers party? What's going on?
You know what? No, that's crazy, right? You would think. No. That's good, Luke. No, but so I know there are people that are looking and listening and saying, wow, he's right. I should change my keys. Change those damn keys. Number two. OMG, take down the Christmas trees.
No, I couldn't agree.
Take down your lights. It's over. It's done with. I mean, even the stores get it, Target and all these places. All the Christmas stuff has come down. But you ride on certain blocks, and what do you see? You still see lights. You still see Santa. You still see sleighs. You still see, take down the Christmas tree, please.
January 6th is the deadline, people. This is literally the deadline where it's socially acceptable to leave your Christmas decorations up. January 6th, get them down.
Okay.
Actually, no. I think it's January 7th because Orthodox Christmas is like January 6th, January 7th around there. So after that, then you got to take it down.
So take the thing down. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay.
Did you take your stuff down?
Never put it up. This is another thing. It's
like
another thing.
That's me. I know.
And so here we go. Number three, change your phone number.
No, absolutely not.
Change your number. And for those who carry two phones, okay, change both of those numbers.
Okay, so now I see the girls you have coming and you're holding your keys with your phone number.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Clean slate. Clean slate. Gotta have a clean slate. All right?
But what about everything that's connected to your phone number, like your Gmail and everything?
Well, you're going to have to back it up. Save some of that stuff, but change your phone number. Because just putting people on block, I've had people on block and they still get through. You know what the worst is? When somebody tries to call you on Facebook.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oh my God. They can't, and you're looking at the numbers like, No.
We've advanced way too much as a society when you're reaching out to me on Messenger. We're done. I hate hearing the Messenger ringtone.
Or Instagram. You can call on Instagram too.
You can see what I mean? Yeah. I'm blocking people. But it seems like my block doesn't work. It doesn't work. And my notifications on silent doesn't work. People seem to still I had somebody call me through WhatsApp. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I had this guy block me and block my phone number, and my text messages weren't going through and my phone wasn't going through. So I found a loophole of how I could still call him even though I'm blocked. And he answered and he goes, hello, And I was like, hey, do you know who this is? And he's like, well, I'm assuming it's the only girl that would call me and she's blocked. And I was like, yep, that's her.
Oh my God, this is a great, I'm glad we're hearing this, man. This is good stuff. But we got to bring it all to the line because it is 2025. So we need to get it out there. Are you ready for number 4?
I'm scared.
Throw away the Christmas food in your refrigerator.
Oh, we can all agree on
Get
this.
rid of it.
Yes.
Throw it out because, you get to a point you start seeing it. It's like, oh, I'm going to throw that away. And it's still there. What's still there? You got potato salad still there. You got cranberry sauce that you've had since Christmas. You got turkey. It doesn't even look like turkey anymore. It's like there's something there. And you got dressing, and you got salad that has withered so bad you can't even toss it. Here's the thing, and I know he likes that. But here's the thing with that.
I feel like Davante's talking from experience.
No.
What are we gonna do?
Mr. Stone, take this a step further. Start fresh in the new year and throw those leftovers out with the dishes they're in. You don't need to wash last year's dishes. Throw them out, start fresh.
I agree with that. You have pots and pans, and it's hard sometimes. If you don't have a dishwasher, you're doing old school stuff, right? In the sink with these pots and all of this, So make the cleanup, just get it out, guys. Because maybe some other things that you need to get out too. And I'm talking about before Christmas dinner, it was some other things in there too, right? So get rid of that crap. It's 2025. What year is it, guys?
2025. That food's a year old.
There it is. Are you ready for 5?
Mm-hmm.
Would you please stop saying Happy New Year? Oh my God, when do you stop? People are gonna, Happy New Year. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, maybe it's because, I don't know, to be politically correct, when do you cut that crap off?
I don't know, but I haven't seen you since last year.
I hate him.
No, I know. So, yeah, okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I do get it. Mm-hmm. But, it becomes crazy. You're in the store, in the grocery store, the little lady behind you, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, man. It was really good. But no, I think there needs to be a cutoff.
Maybe like 15 days in. We're halfway through the year, halfway through the month, so maybe the 15th can be a cutoff.
No, I definitely say it should just be like the Christmas decorations, the 6th or the 7th. Once we're a weekend, it's the old year.
Okay, that's a good one. I can agree with that.
Okay, maybe. I like that. All right, so the last one. Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Put out those guests, those relatives and friends that were welcome, but now they are still there at your house, at your apartment, and you can't get rid of them. And you know what's so crazy? You walk in the door from work, right? Oh my God. You walk in the door, and there they are on the couch. Hey, how are you? How was your day? Oh, I worked today. Didn't you have a flight like 5 days ago? Or were you not catching a train a week ago? Right? But here, my food is steadily, every time I come home, I can't find a cracker. I can't even find any butter to put on my bread. There's no more milk left for me to dip my chocolate chip cookies in my milk before bed. What are we going to do here? So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you do that? You just go home and say, get the hell out. I'm goodbye. Because it's 2025. We don't have time.
I would be pretending to move. I'm so lacking confrontation. No, I'm moving. You have to go. Yeah, everything's packed up. Yeah, we gotta go.
Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Now, if it's not for Christmas or a holiday, people that come to your house and they come there and you're so happy to see them. Friends you haven't seen then through college. And people, it could be your girlfriend, best girlfriend. But then it gets to a point when do you not, and it becomes awkward. It becomes really awkward now because they were supposed to be gone. You guys talked about it, but they're still there.
Do you want to share your story?
Oh, yes. Let him share that story. Tell him to go.
My boyfriend has had some relatives visit from Mexico.
Okay.
They got here around December 16th, and they are still here. Their flight was yesterday at 10 p.m., and they've decided that they're going to take the $500 travel voucher and reschedule their flight. I love these women to all of my heart, but I really need to get back to my routine here. Come on, guys.
And it's like becomes awkward. It's not like you don't want to. Well, here's the thing. Some people do wear out their welcome. When you come in, it's like,
but what the worst part is when they're great guests, when they're nice, when they go cleaning with you, when they cook with you, when they're shopping with you. They're fantastic, but at the same time, like, oh my God, this house is so full, I need some space to breathe.
I need my place back. I would like to walk around in my house the way I would like to, right? And if that's not having anything on, okay, then you should be able to do that. You shouldn't have to be able to go into your bathroom and check your TikTok or you shouldn't have. It's ridiculous. What are you doing in there? I'll be out. What are you doing? You've been in there for an hour. I'll be out in a minute. Are you serious? Now you're on YouTube? Are you serious? You know how long you're going to be on YouTube?
I just had my brother visit with his 2 small children and 1 teenager and his wife. He used my loofah. All of them. I went into the shower. All 5 of them went into the shower before I did. Wet, soapy, my soap's gone, loofah gone.
No.
Is that public to you? Is the loofah public to you?
Did they use your toothbrush too?
Oh, God, I gotta go get a new toothbrush.
That is the worst. You know, I don't know, maybe it's me, but the bathroom is really sacred. You go in there, you've got your toothbrush in there, right? You've got your washcloth, you've got your Dove men's body wash. That's mine. That's not yours. It's my Dove, right? That's my Crest toothpaste, right? That's my mouthwash. I'm the only one in my house that can use my mouthwash and take the cap off and just drink it like that.
Ew.
Why? Why do I do it? It's nobody else there. Except those people that came over and they don't know how to leave.
He's not wrong.
Okay?
You pour your mouthwash directly down into your mouth.
Excuse me?
You put it in a different cup.
That's
a
right.
Dixie cup.
Thank you. It's your mouthwash. It's your toothbrush.
Clean your dirty mouth.
Clean your dirty mouth. Wow, that's something. So get rid of those unwanted guests. They're no longer guests because they're no longer wanted.
Are they paying rent?
Right, at that point.
At that point, they should. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The top things to do in the month of January, a brand new year.
Wait, can I add one to your list?
Please add one then. I was wondering when.
Delete your contacts that you no longer talk to, no longer hook up with.
That's
maybe.
a good one. Can I? You know what? And I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah.
But can I add to that? I have deleted so many numbers, but every time iCloud backs up, sometimes it'll back up. I've cleared out my phone with numbers, hundreds of numbers.
iPhone says you should call her.
I'm looking at the name and I'm like, what Michelle is this? I've had like 20 Michelles. I've had some Michelle A's, but I've had 20 Michelles on my phone. This is Michelle, and what I do, don't judge me. I put a little mark, a little asterisk there, right there, next to the name, and say Michelle CTA. Michelle back in the day. Michelle, this is Michelle. Oh yeah, up the block.
I would say Michelle from January 1st, 2023, 4:34 a.m.
See, yeah. But you may want to keep that one.
Get detailed.
You want to keep that one.
I think
that may be a good one. You can return back.
You could do Michelle with a peach emoji.
Yeah, I've done it.
No,
I've done things. Yeah, I have. So the thing about that is, please, if I erase the number and then I go back and my phone updates, there's the damn number again. I'm like, I can't get rid of this person. It's not just me. You guys experience that?
100%.
So they need to do something about that.
Or you'll delete the contacts,
Yeah.
but like in your text messages, it'll say, maybe Michelle. You know?
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
Unless you delete the messages, but sometimes like,
Yeah.
I want to read them.
And Siri these days, Siri. Yeah, she's got an attitude. She used to say different things. Now you say Siri because, you know, she's answering all kind of things these days, right? Siri, how are you, Siri?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Good. Happy New Year, Siri.
Happy New Year.
That's exactly how I talk to my boss every single day.
You know what I mean? Siri's role has really, she stepped up her game a little bit here, right? So there you go. Those are the top things to do in the first month of the new year. Ladies and gentlemen, the month of January, a brand new year, 2025, and there is going to be the swearing in of the felon as the 47th president of the United States of America. And why would I say, well, we knew that he was a felon, but now it's like really official. But can you imagine President-elect Trump going into office here, being inaugurated, and and nothing's gonna happen? Nothing. Can you imagine if we all got off that easy? Can you, what do you have to do? Do you have to be named Trump?
You need a small loan of $1 million from your father.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna go get somebody's dad.
But you can't even get like a federal job in general if you have a felon. You can't even get a job. Oh yeah, you can't even vote.
You can't even vote.
Yeah.
So here you go. You got this guy.
You can't leave the country.
No, you can't even leave the country. You can't. Well, you can't do too much. But here we go. And
Well,
guys,
then I hope he changes the law for everybody. Give everyone a second chance.
wouldn't that be good? Then if he could do something like
If
that,
he could do something
it
like
may
that.
kind of change
Yeah.
some of the perception that or how you feel about this guy. You
Right.
know. But here we go. Trump is in office again, and can you imagine? We got 4 more years of this guy. So we got 4 more years, and the only thing I feel like we should do is just continue to pray for the country, pray for the White House, and pray that the right decisions and are being made. I think that's all we can do is pray and hope. Now, with that being said, this guy wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Is that because all of the oil we pumped into it, or what's going on?
Hey, man.
We take responsibility.
Hey, it's Trump.
Rah rah, land of the free, home of the
Come
brave.
on. Yeah, he also wants to take over the Panama. He wants the Panama Canal. He wants that, and then he wants Greenland. It was so funny about this is that the people of Greenland, they're laughing like, "What? Really? It's a joke? Are you serious?" And the stuff with Canada. What? Wait, what is this guy doing?
Well, Justin Trudeau stepped down.
Yeah, that's a reason for that. That's a reason. I like Justin.
No, Canadians hate Justin. Oh my God.
Really? They hate the
Yeah.
guy?
Oh my God, yeah.
Justin he had a photo posted of him in a Halloween costume one year, and he was full blackface. So he lost a lot of support.
Oh,
from
I'm
Canadians
done with
for that.
Justin then.
Yeah, and
No.
during COVID, Canadians had to like close their blinds and everything to like even do certain types of work. And like he had police like bang on their windows and be like, "Hey, are you guys working in there? Is there anybody in there?" And people are like terrified. They're like, "I'm just trying to get help." Like, yeah. Everyone, like my family all lives in Canada, and I follow a couple of social media influencers.
Really, I'm glad you're talking about because I thought that Justin was really popular.
No, they can't stand him. He made their life terrible. Canada is at an all-time high for living expenses. You can't even buy a house. Lame old one-bedroom home is like $1 million, but nobody's making that much money to afford $1 million.
What do you expect when your dollars are called loonies and toonies, though, to be fair?
That's actually facts.
That's actually a fact. Wow.
Yeah.
So didn't know that about. So yeah, Justin, glad get out of here. So who's going to be the new prime minister? Do they know?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but I heard that it takes the process as far as election is like it's longer than like it takes it's a process. Like even electing and how long is it, like 6 months or maybe even a year or something to how their election cycle is. But I don't think this is really crazy, but here we go.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, the US has wanted Canada for a while. Like, it's been a historical thing, right? Back and forth. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Should they stay separate, Canada and the US, or should they become one?
I feel like they should stay. I feel like America needs to do what we need to do, and that's take care of American people.
I agree.
And take care of people abroad, take care of the people who are starving, take care of our homelessness, take care of because it's bad. A lot of our states, and it's things that are happening that I know that as America, we're the big protector and we're all over the world. But at some point, it's about us. We got to take care of jobs. Come on. The economy, right?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Wait a minute, guys. Climate change is real. Let me say this. Our prayers are going out to the people of California that lost their homes. Altadena, the Palisades. It's almost crazy seeing California burn like that. And when you're watching it on television and how many people have lost their homes. And I know people are saying, oh, wow, these are rich millionaires and people. Guys, let me tell you something. When you lose your home and you lose valuables and you lose things that you can't even replace, right? It doesn't make a difference how much money you have. When you lose pets, that's bad. Do you know how many pets have had to be displaced? Or how many pets who have died? I mean, people have lost a whole lot. So if they say, well, oh my God, it's the water shortage. It's climate change. It's happening. So it doesn't take, it shouldn't be politicized. It shouldn't be a political talking points. We're talking about people. So our hearts and prayers are going out to the people of California, and we hope that you get whatever you need in order to rebuild, to get back to where it is. But man, let me tell you something. Wow, it's amazing.
And our thoughts and prayers also go out to those still being affected by the hurricane in North Carolina. We have people still living in tents on the street.
Wow, that's what I mean. And Luke, that's what I mean. It's people abroad here. And I know there's other things happening around that affect how we do and how we operate. But let's take care of America. Let's see if this guy has a different type of approach to governing, right? Has he learned anything, right? But it was really good to see him actually, he was at the President Carter, his funeral. Normally, the Trumps don't go to anything, but he did pay his respect, and all the other presidents and vice presidents were there to see laid rest the 39th president of the United States, who actually outlived every other president. And I'm talking about Jimmy Carter from Plains, Georgia. Do you know Plains, Georgia? That's like a hole that you could walk down the street and be there and then be done with it, right? Because it's so small. But this peanut farmer became the nation's 39th president. He served only 4 years, but my God, what a president he was. And not just that, go back and research if you don't know anything about Jimmy Carter. But let me tell you something. Habitat for Humanity, he was building homes, him and his wife. I mean, these guys, he worked all across, and not just in the United States, but in other countries, helping with illnesses and helping to get clean water. So the nation had lost, to be honest with you, lost a great president. 100 years old, this guy lived to be 100, and he outlived his wife, Rosalind, who would die maybe a couple months before he did. But it's just, it was crazy. It was so sad.
Wow, wait, so they only died within a couple months of each other?
Maybe 6 or 7 months.
Oh, that's so great.
And because they were married 77 years.
Yeah, no, at that point, you're so used to living with that
That's your
person.
soulmate. So, but it was good to see Trump there at the funeral, the national funeral. So let's hope that he has a change of heart. Maybe he's going to do some things different, okay?
Yeah.
Let's hope for it.
If we work together, we can help, with the mission of making America great again, truly.
And then you'll feel happy about that.
Yeah, 100%.
I
mean, we all live in this country, right? So we want the best for it. If
We
we
want
work
the
against
best.
each other, then what is that doing for our nation?
Exactly. So let's hope that the next 4 years, it's going to be something different and it's going to benefit the American people in a positive note, okay? Start the brand new year off in the month of January. Where are we as far as our NBA team, the Chicago Bulls, okay? I'm a diehard Bulls fan, all right? We've got 6 NBA championships, and we've had a lot of great players, and kudos going out to Derek Rose, number 1 from Simeon. Played a lot of seasons here in Chicago. Rookie of the Year in 20, I believe it was 2010. We almost did some special things, but there were some injuries that kind of came into play. But Derrick Rose, man, so happy for you, D. Glad that you were able to even entertain us in the way that you did here in Chicago, and we appreciate you. Derrick Rose, who would have even thought now? It's 2025. Derrick Rose has retired, and his number is now hanging in the rafters. Now, for the rest of the Bulls, let me say this to you. It's January already. It's 2025. And do you understand what our record is? Okay, I'm about to tell you. We are 18-20 in the East. But there is a glimmer of hope. Zach LaVine, right? Wow, this man has been amazing. The last 5 games, this guy has scored at least 30 plus points, right? Doing something different that he's never done in his career. All right, Vucevic. And here's the thing. There are rumors that Vucevic and Zach LaVine will be traded. It's the Bulls. This is what happens, right? Where are we going? It looks good, though, when we're playing good and we're beating those teams that we need to, like the Knicks, right? Like the Bucks. Can we compete? I think we can. But it's still early on. So remember, as we get into February and as we get to the All-Star game, right? After the All-Star game, let's see where we are. Let's see where we are as far as in numbers. What are we doing as a team? Can we turn this thing around? Practice makes perfect. Let's see what happens, okay? My Bears, my Bears, my Bears. What happened to my Bears, ladies and gentlemen? The Bears ended the regular season 5-12. What does that mean? Do the math. We won 5 games and we lost 12 games. That's not good with the number 1 draft pick in Caleb Williams. Now, if you had to grade Caleb Williams this year, I would get Caleb Williams a C, and that's basically just average. Talk about a guy who was sacked more than any other quarterback. This guy was, every time you looked around, he was getting rushed, he was getting hurried, he was getting sacked, he was always on the ground. And then we had the situation with the head coach, and then we had to fire our head coach in the middle of the season, and Eberflus, and then we had to bring in this interim coach, right, who's been trying to get us on track. There were really good games that I can kind of go back and say, wow, that was amazing. And then I can go back to some of these games that the Bears played and said, wow, if we could have won that game, right? But here we are again saying next year, we're always a next year kind of team where we have to look up this year and see people in our division, like the Minnesota Vikings, like the Detroit Lions, oh my God, Green Bay Packers, and incidentally, thank you, Bears, for ending the season beating the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, let me tell you something. That's big. That's big for me. That's big for any Bear fan, and especially to the oldest rival in the NFL. These guys have gone back and forth for like 211 times. So kudos going out to the coaching staff, going out to Caleb in getting the job done. There has not been a quarterback since Jay Cutler to go into Lambeau and win a game. So thank you, Caleb. Oh my God, that was a present. And I know what the record was saying, but to beat the Packers in the last game on the road, thank you. Now we're looking for a head coach. Here we go. The carousel begins. So let's see what happens. But I'm excited because the month of January means what? NFL playoffs. Playoffs? Good luck to all of those teams. Am I picking anybody to go to the Super Bowl? Let's just say this. The Detroit Lions will be in the Super Bowl. as an NFC team, right? I don't know who's going to be representing in the AFC. Hopefully it's not Kansas City and the Chiefs. I'm so sick of them. We'll see. But the Detroit Lions, that's a bold prediction right now. You guys heard me? Let's see what happens. That's going to do it for this guy's podcast. I'm the Stone Pony, Davante Stone. Don't forget, subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Hey!